overall, I'm thinking more along the lines of front end, and I can see this going in two different directions. One is sort of science outreach, perhaps via educational games. The other is something more like a design-based consultancy. And so a unifying theme there is I really like stuff that looks cool and is interactive and fun. And I have a lot of ideas in particular about science education. So 2 years in, I want to be a junior developer at a company that does some of those things or has really transferable skills. 5 years in, I would like to be in a role in a company that does those things and be able to be kind of taking the lead on those kind of projects. I had a student bring in some logarithmic equations for tutoring, and this is not my strong suit, and so I ended up telling her the wrong thing about how to solve them. I figured out pretty quickly that that wasn't right, and I said, you know what, let me work on this for a second, and then we'll go from there. I didn't figure it out, so I asked another math teacher for help, and was able to get my student going in the right direction. In general, I'm pretty happy with how I handle these situations. I ask for help, I admit my mistakes, I model how to find answers to my students, and I catch those mistakes pretty quickly. In this case, since I was uncomfortable with the material, I wish I'd worked that problem first and avoided giving misinformation in the first place. At first, I thought you meant any mistake as opposed to the latest mistake, so I was all set to tell you about the best mistake I ever made, which happened during a taxidermy internship in college. So let's just say you're missing out. It's all about puzzles and power. I love working puzzles, and solving a really difficult puzzle is super gratifying. As to power, the scope of what I can learn to create is so vast, and that's empowering, and it's really powerful, and it's so exciting. When I didn't get into Ada last time, I was like, and then I was like, I just wanted you to let me in. But then I set about to rigorously test my strong hypothesis that coding is what I want to do, and that it's a really good fit for me. And spoiler alert, totally is. So I finished a Python course through Coursera and did a couple of side projects. Did Girl Develop It courses in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Git. I did a Railsbridge workshop, and I went to a lot of community events to see if these are folks I would fit in with, and I do. Finally, I got selected for Rails Girls Summer of Code, so I'm actually going to be learning to code full-time all summer, which is great. Please enjoy this cat. I have had my eye towards Ada for a while now, and so most of the preparing I would need to do I have pretty well in hand. I don't actually need a whole lot more than the scholarship, and so most of the preparation for me would actually just be lining up a couple of tutoring students on the weekend. I do have savings and folks I can lean on if I need to. In terms of bearing the brunt of the program, well, I thrive in immersive, intensive situations, and really what I've found is it's just a matter of hurling myself bodily into the program and the community in which I am ensconced. And I'm prepared to do that right now. So I'm not entirely sure I'm sold on the idea of a single best applicant. And I'm really more motivated by being excellent and by working with other people who are also excellent. So I've prepared you a visual aid to show you in what ways I actually am excellent.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music.